Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines Sunset Harbor DLC. We are here in the majestic city of Portsmouth Abbey. Yes, I said majestic. We're back here with another episode of Portsmouth Abbey, and we're going to keep growing our city for today. As you can tell from the cinematic view, we are growing and things are filling in pretty nicely, and we have parking on the roads. But let me hit that escape button and zoom out a little bit. The only thing I really did while you guys were gone was I completely screwed up the sea level of the entire map, and I am kind of slowly growing that back. I don't know if you can really grow water back, but the water level was 0. So I think this is, I did a thing and it didn't work, and now my water levels are back to something reasonable. So for today, I would like to go into how to build a farm. Now, this is going to be our farmland. If again, you don't remember, what does the farming resource looks like? Well, it's yellow. And as you can tell, that this is very nutritionally sound soil that you're able to do some farming on. So this is fantastic. So let's start farming right away. And I did add this clover, by the way. That is one thing I did do while you guys were gone. But let's add the farm. So first things first, we all know what is coming. We all know it is coming. We have to paint the district. Now, can we get a larger brush? Yes, we can. Okay. I mean, if we could go larger brush, but you know, that's okay. This is going to be a very large farm, I have a feeling. So since what I've noticed playing PC is that I have to remember I have a lot of room to work with tiles-wise. So I can spread this farm out as much as I really want. So remember also, we made the farming district. Make sure you put the farming, make sure you label it as the farming district. And then we need to go into our back over here, and where is it? We need to actually we need to paint the industrial area, which again, I don't understand why City Skylines does that, but anyways, I need to remember that I have a lot of land to work with when building the farming industry. As you can tell from let me go back to our previous 2 episodes ago. This is our ore industry, and it's basically the size of a tile. So we can do that pretty much the same way with our farming industry. So as you can tell, we have a highway entrance and exit, I guess. So what we need to do is, first I want to do is build the farm, and then we can go from there. So the problem we have is that this is on a little bit of an incline, but I don't know how much it will truly affect us. But let's just start building the farm and let's just see what happens. So what we're going to do first is I actually want to build a large road. And this is going to be like the center of our farm. So, oh no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to build an industrial road. Sorry, wrong type of road. So I'm going to build an industrial road from pretty much across here, which is nothing too crazy. Then what I want to do is this is very early on. I normally don't do this, but I really would like to bring, if I could, I don't know if this will curve because it's on a hill, but let's just try to curve it. Okay. So no, it's kind of screwing me up. It's going to sound really stupid, but this clover is on an angle, and this street is actually vertical, so this is kind of throwing me off a little bit. So let's see what we can do over here. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Nope, not beautiful. Maybe the freeform tool will help us out with this. Oh, freeform! You came in the clutch! Wow. Okay. So, you know what? That is not what I wanted. So I'm actually going to delete these roads. I kind of wanted this, but kind of not. So I'm going to kind of do this myself. Okay, so let's redo this. So what I really was kind of planning on doing was I wanted to go down the middle of here and kind of plant the plantations around it. So let's see if we can do this again the proper way, but let's see if I can get a better turn. So basically I wanted this to be straight. And I'll show you exactly what I meant. I wanted the plantations on both sides. So problem is the City Skylines is not allowing me to go exactly straight, but that's okay. There you go. Okay, so see how we have those two. So I want to put plantations on both sides of this highway, and you'll see exactly what I'm trying to do, hopefully. That's not a good turn. Okay, can we freeform this? That's a better turn. That is a much better turn. Oh my god, that is a much better turn. Freeform. Okay. I'm going to go out on the record, guys, and say freeform tool underrated. Until... there we go. Okay, I can fix that later on. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, but I can fix that later on. I'm not really too concerned. Although there is a bush in the middle of our highway. I'm not sure how I like that, so I'm going to change this. Okay. All right, so see how this is kind of centered. And I do need a, let's see. I want these pretty much even, so let's measure. So this is about 2550. This is not 2550. So where did 2550 go? 2550 would be right there. So that, and it's a little crooked. All right, let's just get rid of this whole thing. I just want to keep it even. So 2550, 2550. Okay, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, how do we start our farm industry now that we have pretty much everything in place? Well, that is very, very simple. Let's go into our industries button, and we are going to build the main building. This main building, we'll try to put it center as best as humanly possible, which I think that is pretty center from our highway and whatnot. So now we have to build everything else. So what I want to do is we're going to put fruit fields to the left and the crop fields to the right. So what I really would like to do is I want to grab that dirt path that we have. I know it should be all the way to the right. There you go. So I want in an ideal world, I want the field to hug this, to hug the highway. Now, I don't know if I properly added. I did the math for it. I don't know. I'm just guessing. So, let's see. Crops. Yes, look at that. The crop circles literally fit right there. And that's exactly what I was looking for. I wanted those crop circles to hug. So let's get away from the industries. So I wanted that. Exactly. So how cool does that look? The crop circles are literally hugging the highway. Maybe if I didn't use sound barriers, it would actually look cooler, but let's keep going. I actually really, really like that a lot. So now, how far... wait, hold on. We can measure this. So how far is this? This is 360. So what I'm going to do is build another road that's 360 and then go straight up. Now we should be able to fill in more crops. So, the crop fields. Wow, I completely messed up what I want to do. I said fruit to the left, but anyways, it doesn't, honestly, it doesn't really matter. And then we'll add more over here. Couple, so there you go. Oh, how did I not fit that? Well, I'm gonna delete that road then. It's okay. It's not a huge deal. There you go. So then let's add the large. There you go. I still want to put a road around that though, just for fun. just for fun, I'm gonna put that road around there. There we go. You know what? I'm going to actually leave that like that. Do not connect. There we go. Sorry, I was a little worried that it was going to connect to the highway, which it didn't. So what I'm going to do right there for that highway is actually something pretty cool. One of my favorite paths in the entire game is the wildlife path, and I'm just going to put one right down the middle there. Right down the... Oh, and it won't let me go right down the middle, so that's a little weird. Anyways, we will... Wow, that is kind of weird. Okay, so what I could do, though, to kind of cheat is use the Move It tool. There we go. There you go. And, you know, it kind of looks okay that it's kind of squiggly because, I mean, what wildlife path in real life actually is, like, if you've ever gone on a hike or something, like, what wildlife path is perfectly straight? I mean, I've never seen, you know, usually they're all over the place. That's just my opinion. So I could be way wrong, but I'm just adding some trees just to add some, just to make it look pretty. Okay, now let's do the same thing on this side. So again, we're going to go back with our dirt path. Now, how long was this dirt path? It was 980. So let's, and then how far away were we from here? Now remember, now I do have to remember the fruit fields are different. So let's just ballpark it. All right, so that's 360. 360. So let's go straight down. And that was 980. So I don't know if this is going to fit. But I want the farm. Let's see. Medium crop field. No, we want the fruit ones. Large fruit field. Okay, and again, am I stupid? Were these always the same size? Or am I just going crazy? So again, I wanted the fruit fields right along here. Now it says it's too steep. All right, let's see. Let's see if I did try to tell you guys that the mountain would get in the way, and it definitely has. So let's build this path over here. And let's just go up, and then we will add more fruit fields over here. It's really not a big deal, honestly. If it really isn't. This will actually change the look of the fruit fields in general. Like, it won't look like the same. Oh, I wish we could fit it. Do we have small ones? There you go. We'll just put some small ones around here. Okay, that should work. Okay, so that is pretty cool. So that is step one. We have fruit fields and whatnot. So now what else do we need to, you might ask, what else do we need to add? So what we also need to add is a workers barracks. So I'm going to add a couple of these along here. Just to increase our output of farming. So now what we have to do is we need to create the other buildings, and we kind of have to make it look pretty reasonable. So I'm actually going to put a path. Oh no, I didn't. I mismeasured that. Yep. That's cool. I mismeasured that. That's okay. So let's grab this and go around like this. Okay, so what other things do we have to build for the lovely farm industry, and how can we make it look as cool as possible? Okay, so let's go back to our industries, and we need a maintenance building. Okay, that's pretty simple. I'm going to put this maintenance building around here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this look pretty snazzy. So what we want to do is maintenance building, maintenance building. Basically, I'm trying to cover this whole area and just make it look like an old farm and overgrown. We can add a couple of small rocks. And I should have built a fence first, but let's see if we can get around that. Nature reserve fence, amusement park. No, we are not a park fence. Zoo fence, forestry. No, that's close. Farm fence. So let's go from here to there. Now, know what the nice part about all this is? Watch. So I know this looks lazy. I know you're probably like, Sports Monkey, that is lazy. Well, guess what? When you're playing on PC, you can use the Move It tool. And you can make it go out as much as you want. There you go. Oh, except for that one. Oh no, not the bush. We want the fence. Let me grab the fence. Okay, perfect. Okay, why won't it let me grab that fence? Oh, it sort of... There you go, we got it. No! Oh my god. And there we go. And it's not straight, so let's demolish that and demolish that. Wow, excellent. Excellent start. There you go, we're right across. So now let's just use the Move It tool and get some of these things back. Now, I'm actually okay with some of the brush going over the fence, which that's actually okay. If you've ever seen an overgrown part of like an area of a farm. I've actually been on a farm and there is some overgrowth, and you know, the fence actually does get some overgrowth on it. So we have this nice little old fenced area. You know, it's kind of like an old barn. That's exactly what it kind of seems like. Now let's go back to over here to our industry. And let's look at the other buildings we can add. So those are extracting buildings. Let's see. I'm thinking of like a barn. And we're going to kind of have the same idea. But the problem is these barns create a lot of traffic. So I actually kind of want it facing almost this way. And then I'm going to do what I did before and just build a fence around it. I just want it to kind of, like I said, I want it to look like an old, kind of like an old fence. Basically an old farming area that was once used. And just kind of make it look cool like that. So I really, this actually kind of is going to look cool. So stretch that. Stretch that. Bring that over. Bring that over and bring that up. So again, we have our nice little fenced in area. What we can do is we can add a few trees again. I'm just adding some random trees, and then we can just add some brush. Oh, excuse me, it's called high vegetation, excuse me. My mistake, guys, my mistake. So, some brush, or high vegetation, and then let's grab some rocks. Now, can we get a bigger rock in there? Yeah. Actually, I have seen rocks in the middle of, a field before. I was going snowmobiling in New Hampshire, and I was on a farm, and me and the girl at the time, we were snowmobiling, and we decided, well, she ran into the rock while she was driving, and I was in the back, and guess who flung forward? It wasn't me, it was her. So yeah, you can actually hit random rocks, not the big boulders, but like you can hit rocks, that's a little big, but smaller rocks in the middle of a field. All right, so cool. So we have a cool little farming area so far. I really like how it's turning out. Now, what else can we... Let's see. Can we actually... If I can actually put this right next to it, that'd be awesome. There we go. Put that little farm next to it. Okay, so what is next? So a couple of these buildings we have to be very careful for. The slaughterhouse, the milking parlor, and the cattle shed, and the flour mill. Some of those give off, some of them give off pollution. So that's just something you need to be pretty aware of. So let's go up here and kind of go here. There you go. So I'm gonna try to create a little area away from our actual farming industry so they don't get polluted. That is the goal right now. So let's see, can I add, see, you can see the pollution ring from it. So I'm gonna try to go over here. So what I'm adding right now is a flour mill, a cattle shed, and then a milking parlor. Then we do have a slaughterhouse that I would love if that fit. Okay, let's extend that road. There you go. So extending that road and add the cattle shed. There you go. So I'm going to actually demolish that extra road. And then we can actually build something kind of in the middle. There's that. And then we can add that. And then basically we're going to do the same thing. I know this is repetitive, but I'm trying to make this farm look pretty unique. I'm not trying to keep everything look the same. Like, remember what I did with if you look back a couple episodes, or you haven't been following me, look at my ore industry. I'm looking to try to do something that is kind of similar to that. I'm trying to do something unique, you know, and trying to do something that's not exactly, oh god, that did not work. All right, you know, I'm trying. Okay, so what I noticed is, by the way, grab these things from the nodes. Do not grab them in the middle of, there you go. Yeah, do not, so when you're using the move it tool, do not grab them from the middle. Use the nodes and get as close as possible. Like right here, that's the node where it meets in the middle. Now I kind of screwed this one up already, but there's that. All right, so there's that. So what we're also going to add is something pretty cool. I'm going to add a couple wind turbines. Now this, you don't have to do this, but I think this adds to the whole farm effect. That's just my opinion. In the comments section, let me know what you think of that. Like, I think it really does add to the farming industry, and it helps it look better, and that is just my opinion. Let me know. So we're gonna have high vegetation around it. Well, I'll throw in a couple trees like I have before, but these just add to the look of the overall farm. That is, you know, if you've ever lived near a farm, there are wind turbines actually near the farm, so just letting you guys know that. So I mean, that is pretty normal electricity wise. I can't place one right there, and I can't, oh, I can place one right there, but I can't. Okay, so the only one I really, oh, all right, that works. So now let's add a couple trees to it. Wow, you can barely see the tree. Okay, let's not add a tree. Let's just add a couple rocks to it, and we'll call it even. And as you can tell, I just destroyed that fence. So let's use the move it tool. Move this up. We got to fix the fence. There we go. Beautiful. We'll keep adding a couple more rocks. All right. And that is going to look pretty darn cool. Now, if there is a smaller vegetarian thing, vegetarian, yes, I wanted to add vegetarian to our dish here at in our city, but it does overall look really cool so far. I do like the look of it. Now we do need to add some cattle ranches, or what are they? They're not necessarily cattle ranches. What am I forget? Oh, excuse me, large animal pastures. So let's add a couple over here. Now I believe these give off noise pollution, so we really shouldn't have an issue with them over here, kind of. So basically anything that gives off pollution will be over here. There you go. And that works. That's going to look pretty darn cool. Now let me get out of this view so I can actually see what I'm doing. And I do know that there's a mod. Somebody did tell me about the mod. I did not download it. I completely forgot to download the mod that was supposed to help me see it, and I'm sorry for not doing that, but there are way worse things in life. There we go. So this is going to be our little cattle area. Now, what I want to do a little differently is I'm going to actually take this road. We're actually going to go around here. Nope, we need to go a little further down and then go like this. Okay, so we're going to actually add a couple different cool little buildings that you guys might not have seen before, or you have seen this before, or whatever. So this over here, and that is a slight slant, which I don't know if I like, but we're going to go out by 180 and we're going to come back around over here and go down. So what we're going to add over here is we're actually going to district it. Or can we just add to the district? Let's see if we can add to the current district. So I want to add the local organic produce. Okay, I just added the local organic. Yeah, but we don't want the whole thing. Get rid of that. Okay, so I actually am going to make a... okay, I need to make this a little smaller. So I'm actually getting rid of the farm industry district right now. There you go. And then we're going to redistrict it. Paint. Oh my god. Oh, paint park area. Jesus. No, I clicked on the wrong one, and I'm sorry about that. I knew there's something wrong with that. I knew it looked weird. Okay, so we have a whole new district right in the middle of our farm industry, and you're probably like, what in the world are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. No, I'm just kidding. I know exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to add the local organic produce to this, and then we're going to build a couple buildings. And I know what all these need to be. There you go. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fast forward everything and I'm going to detail, and you guys will see exactly why I put the local organic produce and everything in that area. Thank you guys for watching. I am going to detail it up, so make sure you stay. It'll take about, I usually put the fast forward time lapses to about 2 minutes, so check that out. And I do appreciate you watching, and have a great rest of your day. And welcome back, guys. This is our finished farm product here in City Skylines, and everything turned out really, really well. I do know that I'm going to have to take care of some traffic in a little bit, but overall, everything looks fantastic, and I'm very excited about it. What I did do was I did show you the commercial local organic produce buildings. Now, you can tell over here, some of them turn out and look like this. So what you can easily do is, if there's a building that does not look like it belongs, just kind of do that and pray that it renders a different type of building. But for the most part, I'm really not too upset about these buildings. Well, okay, I guess this Big Bite building is not the greatest, and the Baskin Robbins. But anyways, you can change those buildings to what you want them to be, so you can keep demolishing them like I did over there. But you know, this whole site area turned out really, really well. So if you look at the cinematic mode, it looks really, really cool. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comment section below. But I really do think that this is a fantastic way to build your farming industry. Please let me know if you need anything. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And you know, if like I said, these look amazing. I do have to take care of some traffic, but overall it looks awesome. So thank you guys for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Have a great rest of your day. Don't remember, so